Hey guys! Alright, just a warning, this video is probably going to be a bit emotional. I'm really in a zone and a headspace. This is more for me, or somebody I care about in the future, than my YouTube audience. So maybe it'll be interesting to some of you. But so I'm realizing I've had a lot of time to think. The amount of change that's happened in my life is insane. There were conversations I had as little as 7 or 8 months ago, talking about my dreams to my friends, about how I want to be able to provide for my friends, like a place where they could just live and not have to deal with, like, most of the people in the world struggle and they spend their whole lives struggling. It's so sad, like how I dreamed of like a place where people could just be and exist and have enough time to relax and get bored of relaxing, you know? To live a life where they don't need to recover from their life all the time because they're doing things that they like and they're not having to face the fact that they don't love the life that they live, you know? How do you help that? And I would talk to my friends about how, like, I want to be able to provide that for people. I want that to be a thing. I want to be able to, and that's one of the reasons that I found motivation through the eBay work was because I care about myself, but I know that the most powerful feelings in life come from the differences you make in other people's lives. And if you do things for yourself, obviously, you know, a lot of people suggest that. It's good. You should look out for yourself. You're the only one in this life. You're going to be alone forever, that kind of thing. But you can pretty quickly run out of ways to improve your own life. And while you're struggling, it doesn't seem like that's the case. But in reality, you run out. And then what do you do when you have everything, right? But when you make your life about aiding other people, you'll never run out, ever. And the more people you help, the more intense the emotions are, the more satisfying it is. You know, you can always keep helping more people. But I'm getting distracted. Sorry, I'm oddly emotional right now. So I got into that. That's what I would talk to my friends about, how I wanted to get money and start earning money in a way that has the potential to be exponential. Because I knew that if I was working for other people, I'd never be able to do that. But if I got into business, then I could just get better and get better and get better and keep earning more and then be able to make a difference. And I always dreamed of becoming a person who was not necessarily rich, but financially well off enough where the people I love don't have to struggle. That's something that I want so badly. Thinking about that brings me to tears. I hate how many things in my life, how much struggle that I've seen in the people I care about is entirely preventable with money. And people say that that's not true. People say that money doesn't buy you happiness. Like, there's so many phrases that are just thrown around, and money buys you time. It buys you, I don't know how to put it, but there's like so many people I care about spend most of their life doing things that they just come to hate. And it's all because people have to work all the time so that they can have a roof over their heads, so that they can retire someday. Like, and it's so sad for me. I think because of how much I traveled and how I was raised, it's so easy for me to see that, like, all of the world is right in front of you. If you have a computer, you have this ability to change the lives of not only your own life, but everybody that you love, everybody that you care about. It's literally right there. That was not true 50 years ago. You can make such a huge difference in your life with the internet. It's It's absurd. And it's so crazy to me that people back in where I'm from in the States, they drop like 40, 100 grand on a degree. And then like if you're not in college, people think that you're a failure and you get treated as this thing that like I was always treated, and there was this vibe like, okay, don't get me wrong, people could tell that I was different, I think. But I definitely regularly faced this energy that was just like, you're not in school, you're a failure. Eventually you're gonna go back to school. You're gonna realize that, this isn't, you need to have stability and security. When everything inside me was screaming that isn't what really brings stability. That's not really what brings security. Other things do. There are ways that you can't get fired. There are ways that, you can prevent all of that, or almost all of it. Sorry, I'm so emotional, I'm getting distracted. My point's that these are things that I've dreamed about. And up until like 3 months ago, I thought that this life was like 10, 20 years in the future. I knew that I would someday I would be able to be a part of a community where I could change people's lives and make a difference and inspire people and show them that, you don't have to worry about like almost all the things that people get devastated by. As long as you find people you care about and you spend time with them and you make a point to make their lives better, nothing else in life really matters. And I get to live that life now, like right now, because of YouTube. Because I did a Skype call with somebody on YouTube, I get to live the life that I dreamed of living 10 or 20 years from now. Now. It's insane. I've made so many changes to my life recently that it's so overwhelming that I'm almost numb. Like, not in a bad way, it's just like, I've only been here for 3 weeks. I feel like I've lived multiple lifetimes. Like when you have all this time, every day I have a 24 hours to pick. I need some of it to sleep, but the rest of it is whatever I'm interested in and whatever aids the people who are around me. It's like your sense of time changes. Time stops passing the same way. You get more of it. You're more you, you're more there. There's so much more time to do the things that make you you. It's absolutely insane. I'm so lucky. Like, don't get me wrong, I worked my ass off, definitely. And, I know that I deserve good things in life. Most of us do. But I got really lucky to meet Mark. He literally just exponentially progressed my life. And I cannot wait to be able to do that for other people. That is something that I really, really aspire to. Because before meeting Mark, I knew that you could have enough money to protect the people that you love when life fucks them over. That you could have access to medicine that people need when they're sick. You wouldn't be able to get fucked over by insurance companies and everything else because you're so well off that you can truly love people. And I don't mean like that you can't love people without that, but there's something about being able to make huge differences in someone's life. I knew that kind of person existed, but I'd never met one until I met Mark. Mark is so able to take care of the people he cares about. It's insane. Like, the way that he cares it's amazing. And it's so awesome to be around that because a lot of the time it was theoretical. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Mark can't be an asshole. But he definitely he makes a difference in people's lives in ways that I don't really know anyone else who does. I'm not saying nobody in my life makes a difference, but nobody I know can protect another person to the level that Mark can. Mark can protect the people in his life to the point when life fucks them over, what would devastate other people and what would put them a year behind is just like an inconvenient day. And I don't mean just like criminal stuff or anything. Like, I'm not trying to imply that. Like, it's simple, like with medicine, that kind of stuff. How I struggled for almost 3 years of my life because I didn't have access to information and medicine that I needed to change my life. Now, if I knew somebody going through that, I have the information to take away that 2 or 3 years of pain that I went through. But I don't have the finances. So it's really inspiring for me to know that people like Mark exist, because that's what I want to become like. I want to be able to just make turning points in people's lives where the things that they used to struggle with and the things that they've struggled with for their whole lives are just completely in the past. Now there's a whole new set of struggles and a whole new set of problems. And ideally, most of those problems are their own personal things that they got to get over. Because, we have our own head obstacles. And most of us have so many life obstacles as well that we don't get to deal with the demons in our head. But when you don't have the life obstacles, it becomes almost natural. You just have the time to go through trial and error and figure out the life that makes you the best you, the happiest you that you can possibly be. So we'll just getting to that point before you die. All right, I'm getting a bit rambly. I know this is a kind of different format than a lot of the videos I've done recently, but I'm a YouTuber now. Whoa. This isn't, it's a hobby, but it's more than that. It has so much meaning to me. Hasn't fully kicked in yet. All right, guys. Ciao.